Beats production. a wonderful year with us and to honor some folks and some organizations that have inspired us with their courage to bravely and boldly talk about race. In our program, we practice effectively entering into conversations about race in elementary school classrooms. We believe that if educators are prepared to have meaningful conversations about diversity, that students will be better equipped to interrupt patterns of racism and injustice. As an educator, I strongly believe that every teacher has the power to positively impact students' understanding of identity and difference. But as a mom, I want to make sure that every teacher in New York City has the skill set to help children like my son explore their sense of self and the world around them with love and skill. So in this past school year, we have worked with 700 teachers. 700 teachers in 700 classrooms. 21,000 students that were impacted by the work of border crossers in this school year. All of our children are going to school with kids that resemble them in race, class, and ethnicity. But as research tells us, if you are around a diverse group of colleagues and peers, you're better prepared to enter the workforce. You're better prepared to have an impact on society. You're better prepared to deal with challenges. And so this is what Border Crossers is trying to address with our work. Tonight the board is launching a giving challenge. And in honor of those 700 teachers, we are trying to raise $7,000 tonight.
The group in this room is the group of the best New Yorkers in New York City, right? We don't affirm every idea about race, but we engage it. And so that's why I think that Border Crossers has been so successful this year. Because schools, like society, are not post-race.
It's my first year as a PhD student in the Urban Ed program at the CUNY Grad Center. As Bank Street School for Children's Diversity Coordinator, she created the Kids of Color curriculum. Racially affinity grouping young learners has been part of this work, including white children, a purposeful step to ensure that all kids are aware of their racial identities. Zenny has modeled for us all how to boldly talk about race, courageously and clearly. Her guidance and work have supported numerous diversity coordinators and educators as we work with our school communities to respect and recognize differences as a strength. Now retired, Zenny continues to work towards the understanding that diversity, equity, and social justice are multi-layered and deep. Personally, Zenny has been a mentor, a coach, a friend, and my Puerto Rican sage who consistently pushes me to think outside the box with her honesty and her care. Please help me in warmly honoring Zenny for leading the way in boldly talking about race in the education of young children.
I was told I only have, what, 2 minutes?
Sí, dos.
So I have repeated this speech many times to make sure that I keep it short. Because my tendency is really to talk a lot. So I'm going to read my comments first so that I can stick to that time. So greet me. First, I want to thank Border Crossers for acknowledging my many years of boldly addressing race issues with children, educators, and parents. It is impressive to find an organization like Border Crossers that focuses the work on educating others about addressing race, and at the same time embraces and recognizes the work of other individuals and groups that do similar work. So thank you, Border Crossers, for this recognition. But you're probably wondering, so this woman with her gray hair, who's retired, how did she get into this with her accent, where is she coming from? Well, I'm going to make it very brief, but only because I want to leave the message that all of you can get invested in this work. Since I was not born in the United States. My personal, cultural, and educational background did not prepare me to quickly see and understand racial issues taking place around me in the independent schools where I was working in New York City. What contributed to my quick learning about race issues in our schools were the students of color I was teaching at the time, the students of color I was teaching at that time, as well as their parents. They and I learned that being extremely bright alone was not enough to succeed in these schools. As time went by, I had a personal race against time to educate myself about issues of race in education. I read voraciously, and I attended as many workshops and conferences about race as I could. This, however, was not enough, because boldly talking about race requires a community approach. This is not individual work. Since community is central to the advanced philosophy of education where I just retired from, I work shoulder to shoulder with teachers, administrators, parents, and children who are doing this work. I share this award with each and every one in the Berrios School for Children for the continued support, collaboration, and determination to give our community of color a sense of belonging and for helping others to embrace and value racial inclusion. Thank you, Border Crossers, for your continued work in boldly talking about race and for supporting others who want to help the community do the same.
Right now, we're going to wrap up. For those of you that have come to this event years and years, you may have noticed we've changed things up. There's a little more talking, we're a little fancier, and we're serving more teachers. So we need your support. The message that was throughout all of the comments from our honorees was about community. And community does not mean just showing up. Community means participating. Community means believing. Community means committing. And committing tonight, you can help with